Okay, I'm ready to retell the story. So his story is no way unique. He has been doing well for the past 20 years, working for a company and being a graduate of a private school and a product of university. It was no surprise that he ended up working as a senior executive and climbing to the top of his career ladder. It seemed that his success would be unstoppable, but now he is standing in the corridor of his office building and holding this pink slip that he was given from his boss a couple of minutes ago. His boss asked him to come back to his office in 15 minutes to discuss all the details. He is sorry to break it to him, but his contract is terminated, and because times are tough and they have to make sacrifices, and he asks him not to take it personal. But he couldn't believe this news. He has 3 kids and a mortgage, and on the top of all that, he has a birthday. And nobody could have thought that he should start looking for another job just after he left his office building with all his belongings in a cardboard box. At least he has a generous severance package, and he could invest some money in stocks and take his family on vacation. He has worked for this company for 20 years, and he can still remember his Thursday at work. And he was 26 when he got this job. He was a graduate from the university and has just got his degree, looking for a dream job. He sent hundreds of CVs and had dozens of job interviews, and a few employers were ready to hire him, but he wasn't sure if he should take their offers. So he kept searching, and one day he saw a job posting in a local business magazine, and it seemed promising with a decent pay and good insurance benefits. And he had all the right skills and the level of education, so he applied for this job, sent his CV, and a week later he got an invitation for a job interview from the secretary. So the job interview was quite short. He just answered some questions and told about his academic achievements and general background. As at the end of the interview, he was offered a job just like that on the spot, and he had to work hard and prove that he could handle the responsibility. He has been promoted several times and eventually became a head of marketing and sales. His It's been a long and tough journey, and he worked 24/7, and his typical working day started at around 7 a.m. He checked the emails and answered the most urgent ones. Then he had a cup of coffee and headed to his office, where he worked 9 to 5. He ran financial reports, scheduled the meetings, and returned phone calls, made product presentations, and made marketing and sales proposals. He spent evenings attending business meetings and corporate parties, and when he came home he always had some work to do, so it seemed to him that he never had enough rest, and several times he was on the edge of exhaustion, almost facing depression, sleep deprived and overworked. So his mom was a teacher, but she quitted her job because of the poor work and life balance. His dad worked at a factory, and sometimes they went on strikes to struggle for better working conditions. He got promoted and became a factory supervisor, and he retired 10 years ago. But unfortunately, he couldn't go on strikes because nobody cares how you deal with stress and burnout. Once he was almost ready to quit the job and give 2 weeks notice because his boss yelled at him with no reason. But unfortunately, resigning was never an option because that time his wife was on a maternity leave and he had to provide for the family, and he couldn't give up his job and leave his family without income. He couldn't believe that he was dismissed after all these years and everything that he had done for the company. So he decided to come back to his boss and tell everything he thinks about his stupid management and everything. But when he came into the office, he saw all his co-workers, the balloons, and everybody started congratulating him with his birthday. So it was a prank, but he couldn't believe his eyes and was shocked. And he has had enough, and he is ready to quit this time forever.